How's everyone doing? It is 4 p.m. on Thursday, and you know what that means. 4 p.m. on Thursday is Getting Tipsy with Erin, and we are still here in Shadow Lawn. And I am going to start the watch party as I do. But it is Getting Tipsy with Erin, 4 p.m. Today we are going to discuss how to buy a house during a pandemic. Because, oh, you don't want to hear me. How to buy a house during a pandemic. So, did I start the watch party? I don't know what I did. Hold on. Wait a second. No, yes. I don't know what I'm doing. Getting Tipsy with Erin, 4 p.m. on Thursday. How's everyone doing? The weather is warming back up. It got a little chilly. So I'm glad that it's getting nicer. And let's try. I see what it's doing. Let's do this. We're going to start. So we're going to discuss how to buy a house during a pandemic. So I know things are a little crazy. You may see houses popping up if you have a search, or if you just like to follow those websites, Zillow or Trulia or whatever. And you may be thinking, this is crazy. Why people are selling houses right now? And I'll tell you, they are. I have a closing tomorrow. I have a closing. My closing tomorrow was actually supposed to be next week. And then I have a closing the following week. I have 2 closings scheduled for June. And I was actually out this morning. If you follow my Instagram story, I posted photos from 5 houses that we looked at today and asked which one you would choose and which one you thought she chose. So it's still happening. But how do you buy a house during a pandemic? So step 1, and it's going to be different for everyone, right? So the first thing I think is to figure out what are you comfortable with, and then to let me or let your realtor know how comfortable you are with things. And as we've gotten 2 months into this, 2.5 months into this, how comfortable you are with where we are with everything. So let your agent know. So the first thing would be to, tell your agent, I'm willing to do this, I'm not willing to do this. And so start with a virtual buyer consultation. And I do these over FaceTime. Some people do them over Zoom, Google Meet, whatever you want to, Google Duo, however you want to do it. And do it from the comfort of your own home. Do it on your schedule. I've done it before. After they've put the kids to bed. I can do it late, that's fine. I can do it during the day, whatever works for you. And we'll start talking about your digital home search. We'll talk about getting you pre-approved, answer all your questions about the process, learn what you're looking for in the new home. We'll talk about the market, and just get you prepared. Prepared for what it's going to be like. We do have low inventory right now. One of the houses I showed, again, I showed 5 houses today. One of them went on the market yesterday. They already have 3 offers. Another one went on the market last night. I showed up for my appointment at 11:30. I was there at 11:30. There was an agent in the house. There was an agent waiting in the driveway. She let me go because I was on time for my appointment. When I came out, she was there. And then there was another realtor waiting. So I'm sure that house will be gone as well today. So, it's kind of a crazy market. So you want to be prepared for that and have all your ducks in a row for that. So even if you're several months out, you want to start the process. And again, you can do that virtually. Step 2 is virtual property tours. If you see a home you like, you send that listing to me. Now, we're not just going to do, we're not looking at every house that comes on the market just because you think it's okay. You may want to go get in your car and drive that neighborhood. Pictures can be deceiving. So make sure that, you know, the exterior really looks like the exterior. One of the houses we went to today, it didn't look like the exterior. The vinyl was falling off. The gutter had fallen off. It was not okay. So the pictures had been taken either from the last listing or I'm not really sure what had happened. But it was not the house that was in the pictures. And had we driven by it prior, we wouldn't have even set up the showing. So, you know, drive by the neighborhood. Make sure that that is a neighborhood you want to be in. Make sure the house looks like it's in good condition. And if that's the case, then send me the listing. I can look up the history, make sure that it's priced appropriately, and then we can move forward that way. And I can set up a virtual showing. And I can go through, again, FaceTime, Google Duo, and I can walk you through the house and make sure that I show you everything. And I'm very, if you know me, very honest, and I'm very nitpicky. Hi, Seth. And I will point out things. I think it's very important when you are doing virtual showings for clients that you point out things that you normally wouldn't necessarily point out because you know that they'll see them when they're there, but because they're not there and their eyes are not scanning, you need to scan for them. So I will point out things like that the filters haven't been changed, or, you know, this stain on the ceiling, and you really want to make sure that they see that. So virtual property tours can happen. And then if there is a house that you really want to see again, we'll set up a showing and I can get there ahead of you. I can turn on all the lights. I can open all the doors, closet doors and stuff. So you don't have to touch anything. And we can go and tour the house safely. I have sanitizer that I carry around in my bag. And we have masks and we're good. We can do that. And then step 3 is digital signatures, electronic offers. I used to go back to my office. We'd sit down and we'd write the offer together. Well, now I will send you an email with all the questions of the contract. And then we'll discuss those questions, come up with the answers. Then I will write the contract. Then I will send you the contract. And I will actually sit down with you via either, again, FaceTime, Google Duo, and we can go through the contract. So you know what you're signing. You're not just getting something and having to electronic sign it and not know what you're signing. I believe that everyone should know what they're signing. That is a contract for purchase is a very big deal. So I want to make sure that you're signing, you know what you're signing. And then we will get a ratified contract. And then we can do, a home inspection. You don't have to be there for the home inspection. We can do that digitally as well. I can meet the home inspector, again, with my mask, my gloves. I can be socially distanced from the home inspector. And when it comes time to do the report, we can FaceTime or Google Duo. And if you have any questions, we can go back and talk about those. We can look at those. He's going to send you a digital report with pictures and videos, things you can click on, more information, and we'll have all that information for you. And then closing day, for anyone watching out of Virginia, it is different in every state, but here it does change from company to company. Most title companies at this point are asking that just the signers go. So in the very beginning, it was different. So I went to some of my closings. I didn't go to all my closings. But now, I'm not even allowed to go to my closing. So my closing tomorrow, I will not be at. My clients will go. But I will be FaceTimed. So I will sit here at my computer. And I will be attending closing virtually to answer any questions. But I've already reviewed the settlement statement and made sure it's accurate, but I will be there to answer any questions for my clients. And they will sign everything. There are some companies that are doing it curbside, where they will come out and hand you your paperwork, through a window. And then they'll call you and do the same thing, walk you through the paperwork that way. I know my friend Jen, she had a closing and it was an old bank and they did it through a drive-through. which was pretty interesting. So again, you know, you're not touching anyone, not being within anyone's distance, and they signed within their car. So, and then you can go back to the house and we'll have the keys in a contractor's box and you'll get your keys and you'll own a house. And then I can even come by and have you hold up the sign and take your picture that says we're home. And that's it. It's pretty easy. We can, you know, we've had to adjust. It's been different, but we have had to adjust with this and make everything possible. So, you know, again, not everyone, some people feel more comfortable, and that's okay. I'm still going to have my hand sanitizer. I'm still going to have my mask. I'm still not going to give you a hug. I'm still not going to high five or shake hands. I'm not going to go to closings because that's the title companies have asked us not to be there. But I will be there with you every step of the way. And I am available via phone, FaceTime, text, email to answer any of your questions. And it does seem a little different. Hi, Sarah. It does seem a little different at first. I totally get that. And it is taking a little bit more getting used to, but we will get there. And we'll keep you in the loop on everything. So I'm interested to know if you have any other topics, any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'm happy to cover them. Happy to answer any questions as always. I appreciate you joining me today for Getting Tipsy with Erin, and I will see you next Thursday. Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.